skincare products from The Ordinary that you should mix or combine. This is by popular demand, and we're going to be talking about the formulas that can either boost each other up or give your skin extra nourishment when you mix them together. We've done a full video on products from The Ordinary that you should not mix, because mixing your skincare wrong could leave you with chemical burns, or it could leave you with wasting money. But the opposite side of that spectrum, there are also formulas that I think should be mixed together a lot more regularly, because they can do a lot of good. Let's start by waking up and starting the day with a hydrated, non-puffy face. I don't actually cleanse my skin in the morning. I've done an entire video on my skincare routine explaining why I don't do that. But what happens in my nighttime routine is the reason why I'm able to get away with that. And one combination that I wish more people would do is something that helps skin repair overnight while you sleep, so you can wake up with a hydrated and depuffed face that's ready for the day. This is the Natural Moisturizing Factors plus Hyaluronic Acid, and this is the Caffeine plus EGCG serum from The Ordinary. This comes out like a cloud-like texture that smooths onto the skin nicely, and this one is more of a liquid. But this is a nice hydrator that soaks into the skin and acts as a humectant and a protector. But this Caffeine and EGCG is such a great booster, and these work together really well. Caffeine can give an antioxidant boost to the skin and can potentially help circulation, meaning more nutrients available to the surface layers of the skin. EGCG is epigallocatechin gallate, which sounds extraordinarily complex, but it's actually found in green tea. It's a catechin, and it can do an amazing job at refreshing the skin. It promotes skin hydration, it can help with a little bit of anti-pigmentation, and it's also a powerful antioxidant. So this, plus caffeine, plus a moisturizer, means a huge treat for your skin. If you put this on overnight, they start to seep into your skin and do some work. So when you wake up in the morning, not only is your skin fresh and hydrated, but it's potentially a little bit depuffed, and you've gotten a lot of those antioxidant boosts to work overnight and not get degraded by the sun, which would happen if you wear an antioxidant during the day. This is one of my favorite secret combinations, and it even works for under the eyes if you need a little bit of depuffing and extra circulation there. And I don't see people using these together, and I wish people would, because it is literally and figuratively a cup of coffee in the morning for your face. Let's talk about boosting the efficacy of sunscreen. Dermatologists, estheticians, and skincare professionals always tell you to wear your sunscreen, and the reason why is because prevention is easier than treatment. This is a sunscreen that actually has antioxidants. It's the SPF 30 that does have mineral filters, and it is fantastic. However, if you know how to read those SPF labels, you know that that number 30 is there because you need to reapply this throughout the day. There have been some recent medical studies that have been talking about vitamin C and the potential of it to kind of refresh or boost up sunscreen. You still need to reapply this throughout the day, and you should not skip it. But if you do add some vitamin C, it might help to boost the antioxidant levels and protect your skin even more. You see, the reason that the sun is so dangerous is because when it hits our skin, it shoots UVA and UVB rays into our faces. These go into the layers of our skin and they can cause damage. That damage changes the way our DNA works, and it creates radical oxygen species. These little free radicals that can kind of destroy our skin from the inside out. SPF blocks that, but vitamin C can play an important role. Vitamin C and antioxidants can go in and basically give themselves up so that the damaging free radicals attach to this instead of the delicate parts of your face. There are studies that show vitamin C can act as a great booster, and I think that this Magnesium Ascorbyl phosphate is probably the best one. This one at 10% is very stable in comparison to others, and it has a nice cream formula that blends in really well with the sunscreen. Now for these, I would not recommend mixing them in your hands and applying them to your face, and the reason why is because it could dilute the sunscreen. I would recommend putting the Magnesium Ascorbyl phosphate on as a hydrator first, and then layering over with a protective layer of SPF. Speaking of antioxidants, there's kind of an issue with them. A lot of them seem to degrade in water formulas and just aren't as stable or as efficacious. One of the best antioxidants out there is Resveratrol and Ferulic acid. Resveratrol comes from grapes, and Ferulic acid comes from plants' cell walls. These are fantastic antioxidants if they get into your skin where they need to go, and if you're able to put them in a solution that works for you. Unfortunately, people tend to mix these with water-based formulas, which isn't inherently bad, but you're not getting your full money's worth, and it's not going to be as impactful or efficacious as it could. However, if you mix it with a really nice hydrating and soothing oil, you can make yourself an antioxidant moisturizer that is anti-aging and hydrating without degrading itself on your skin. This is the 100% plant-derived Hemi-Squalane, and notice that this is Hemi-Squalane, not the regular squalane. But the reason that I like the Hemi-Squalane better is because it's a little bit lighter on the skin. If you've ever put straight up oil on your face, you know that it kind of feels heavy and gross. Hemi-Squalane is put through a process that makes it a little bit lighter on the skin, which means it doesn't feel greasy and it could potentially penetrate better. The Ordinary says that you can use this for hair, skin, and nails, but for skin it is fantastic, and it is a great vehicle to suspend this in. You know how we as humans drive in vehicles? We are the active parts in this big boxy soda can type car that goes places and gets things done. I want you to think of a vehicle in skincare the same way. The active ingredients are the people who are actually doing the work, and the vehicle is the thing that they are all sitting in, suspended in, that together gets them where they need to go. When you put this resveratrol ferulic acid into this, it creates a beautiful blend that absorbs into the skin nicely, and you're giving those antioxidants a chance to penetrate where they need to go without degrading them, because there is no water in this formula. However, just a word of warning, you should be careful when mixing skincare, especially if they are not these combinations, because when you mix certain ingredients, they can have reactions that make your skin more sensitive, or they could potentially cancel each other out and not work as well. There's a video right here explaining it, but if you learned something from this video, make sure that you that like button and whoosh, that subscribe button if you haven't already. There's an entire video list of educational videos on The Ordinary that you can watch ba-dang, right here. And always remember to be beautiful both inside and out. I love you, beautiful butterflies, and I cannot wait to see you real soon. Love you guys. Bye.